morning, and welcome to Compassion's Morning Meditations. My name is Minister Marquita Williams, and I will be reading from 1 Corinthians 16, 13, and 14, the NLT version, which reads as such: Be on guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong, and do everything in love. My title for today's devotion is How to Handle the Weight, W-A-I-T. In our text, Paul shares with the people what to do in the wait for his return. The first thing he says is be on guard. Stay woke so that you are aware of any harm that is coming your way. This is not only in the natural, but also in the spiritual. Stay connected to God and let him lead you. 1 Thessalonians 5:17 tells us to never stop praying. So we have to always stay connected through prayer with God. The second thing he says is stand firm in the faith. Maintain or keep your position without compromise in your belief of God. There can be no indecisive straddling the fence moves in standing firm. 1 Corinthians 15:58 says, Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. All that we do for God matters. Philippians 1:27 says, Whatever happens, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. Then, whether I come and see you or only hear about you in my absence, I know that you stand firm in the Spirit, striving together as one for the faith of the gospel. This means, as the old song says, ain't no half-stepping. We have to stand firm no matter what. The third point is be courageous. Sometimes things may come our way that may cause us to want to shrink back. These are the times that we must turn to our word and remember what God tells us. Psalms 56:3-4 says, When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise. In God I trust and not afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? John 14:27 says, Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. The Lord will give us peace and courage when we need it. The fourth thing he says is be strong. This is a reminder of what is needed for the road ahead. We must operate from a spiritual view at all times. Matthew 26:41 tells us, keep watch and pray so that you will not give into temptation. For the spirit is willing, but the body is weak. Ephesians 6:10, a final word, be strong in the Lord. So it's not about us. It's about the God we serve and in his mighty power. It's not about us again, but the God which allows us to draw the strength that we need in trying times. The fifth point is do everything in love. 1 John 4:16, the B portion tells us that God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. 1 Corinthians 13:4-8, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no account of wrongs. Love takes no pleasure in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. So today, as we wait for the Lord's return, let us be reminded of these 5 points on how to handle the weight, W-A-I-T. Remember that no matter what things look like in the natural, Romans 8:28 tells us, we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. Thank you for joining us today for Compassion's morning meditations. We are here every morning at 7 a.m.